Mission Earth First connects underground space with outer space and going beyond the obvious. Our next speaker is co-chair of the ITA committee and underground space and is a real expert in this field, and I'm thrilled that she joined us now up on stage. Please welcome up on stage Antonia, Cornaro.
Hi,
Antonia, it's so great to have you here. So first of all, what is your personal mission with Mission Earth First?
My personal mission is to make underground spaces livable spaces for all humanity. And we will hear about this in this session after our intro video.
And I see it in your eyes. You burn for this topic, right?
Yes, that's my life. I'm an underground space believer, and we have a lot of exciting projects, concepts, and ideas. And Mission Earth First is a growing movement. So we are actually inviting the audience here today to join us in our Mission Earth First.
I'm really looking forward to it. So I would say I leave the stage to you, Antonia.
Thanks, Miriam.
Have fun.
Thanks a lot. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We use this underground space environment created inside this Swiss mountain to enable a new way of thinking. The Mission Earth First environment is unique in that it literally creates a new space for innovative ideas to develop and thrive. Why venture out to Mars if we haven't even fully discovered our own underground spaces? Why try to build communities in lava-created tunnels on the Moon or Mars when we even haven't explored our own subsurface? This is what Mission Earth is about, and that's why we have geared up with some really interested, exciting, and capable partners, founding partners who are here today, to launch this movement of Mission Earth First. I now have the pleasure to introduce Serge Amaye, a businessman with amazing ideas who has worked in the food industry and has developed special nutritional products for NASA, for astronauts going into space. And he is fascinated with underground spaces. And he's fascinated with Hagerbach. He's right now in St. Petersburg at a major astronautical global space conference. Let's hear from Serge Amaye, his words of hope for this planet and underground spaces.
The variable climate biosphere is an invention whereby a fully controlled life support system is conceived for extended stays on the Moon, on Mars, or underground on planet Earth. In a biosphere, vegetation produces oxygen humans need, and we exhale carbon dioxide plants require. Recently, the dream of humans staying on the Moon and on Mars resurfaced with Elon Musk launching the idea of 1 million human colony on Mars. An idea that was strongly supported by the late Stephen Hawking for the sake of creating a backup civilization capable of surviving cataclysms on planet Earth, like pandemics, meteor impacts, solar flares, nuclear warfare, and others. When the first detailed images of Mars arrived, scientists became aware that there exist enormous volcanoes. Say volcanoes and you say lava tubes. Due to the laws of physics and the lower gravity, those tunnels and caves on Mars are as high as cathedrals and hundreds, if not thousands, of miles long. This inspired Penny Boston of NASA to use such caves as a pre-existing shield to protect astronauts from lethal radiation, from extreme cold, and from lasting dust storms. By sealing them off, one can create enormous biospheres on Mars and on the Moon. A great idea, but it is often neglected that such enormous self-sufficient biospheres require massive vegetation, including shrubs and trees. In smaller bunker-like enclosed environments inside a cave, such as our variable climate biosphere, this is indeed perfectly feasible. During the coming decade, a human base on the Moon will be a stepping stone for colonizing Mars. There exists a serious challenge in sealing off these caves, in particular on the Moon, since those caves are simply enormous. Plenty of health issues have been reported in fully controlled environments and in space, for instance, sleep problems in orbit. Looking out of the ISS, an astronaut can witness sunrise and the sunset several times a day, the effect of which on the inner body clock is not to be discounted, though for too long it was. Light was, until recently, a simple lamp emitting one single light spectrum. It took till 2016 before this was fully recognized and addressed, since the spectrum and intensity of the newer LED lamps vary and can create a pre-sleep and a wake-up mode. Notwithstanding these improvements, life on the ISS is Spartan, circumstances under which no one would like to spend the rest of his or her life. If the intention is to have 1 million humans to reside on Mars, we better make sure the circumstances are safe, extremely comfortable, and, why not, pleasant. For growing trees and shrubs, we use batteries of LED lamps that simulate sufficient sunlight over the day, the season, and over the year, according to the chosen geographical location. We should be aware that the extreme light frequencies, such as deep UV and deep infrared, are not reproduced, neither are they necessary for our purpose, and in fact they could actually be detrimental. In the variable climate biosphere, it is possible to make rainfall via a sprinkler system, whereby the rainwater quality of planet Earth can be perfectly simulated. Breezes can be created, which can help pollinating certain plants, but for pollinating flowers or fruit trees, our partner Magix is developing nano-drones. In prototype containers, we have been able to recreate these environments under fully controlled conditions, including airflow. We have used lava granules as substrate for the simple reason that lava is bountiful on both Mars and on the Moon. In prototype growth containers at Urban Crop Solutions and Paratus Group in Belgium, we were able to prove that lava substrate is substantially better for growth than any other of the commercial used substrates. With multiple crops per year, the absence of pesticides, and the extremely reduced water usage, only 5%, we produce several excellent crops per year instead of one. All of this knowledge is in the public domain, as well as described in Turning Water into Food by Professor Bruce Bugbee. The research made for the variable climate biosphere has led to major improvements in the field of vertical farming. Urban Crop Solutions now proposes complex farms, whereby each unit is dedicated to a specific type of climate. As a result, it is possible to have simultaneous harvests of the most diverse greens and herbs. Our next step is to grow shrubs and trees, as shown in the following renderings, mimicking a tropical and Mediterranean climate environment. Such sizable gardens are being planned in the Hagerbach Test Gallery near Davos, Switzerland, by the Swiss Underground Space Experiment Project. The aim of this project is to prepare for long-term stays on Mars, on the Moon, under the best conditions possible. In the short term, these underground paradises can be shelters on Earth to help survive the cataclysms predicted by Stephen Hawking. Under a more optimistic view, they will allow mankind to produce food using zero land, with zero waste and zero carbon dioxide emissions. There will be ecological self-sustaining habitats replacing the disastrous megacities and land occupation we have created. Under this vision, infrastructure, factories, offices, logistical facilities, but also farming to a large extent, can go underground. In our paper, the full description of the variable climate biosphere is available. For us, it is a first step, not just in making outer space habitation possible, but also develop underground space use on this planet. Thank you for your attention, and even more so for your future support.
Thank you, Serge Amaye, who can't be here today, but who has been in the Hagerbach Test Gallery recently, and who wants to realize, together with Mission Earth First and the Hagerbach Test Gallery as a major partner, this variable climate biosphere. And you will actually get a glimpse into how we are already involved with underground green farming here at the Hagerbach Test Gallery. And we have created an inspiration arena, so a space where we can really show how life can thrive below the surface. Now I have the pleasure to call on our founding partners. First of all, Michael Kompatscher from the Hagerbach Test Gallery. The Hagerbach Test Gallery is a founding partner. Then Rudy Hilti from the Hus Institute. The Hus Institute has built itself an own mountain hus here already in the Hagerbach. Then I have the pleasure to call Klaus Wachter from SCAUT, the Swiss Center of Applied Underground Technologies. And we have a very special guest today, Marcela Ruppli, who we have asked to accompany this symbolic event with a piece of art that she specially created for this launch of Mission Earth First. Marcela Ruppli is an artist residing in Zurich, originally from Mexico City. She cares deeply about planet Earth, and she very much responds to Mission Earth First's aim and initiatives. So let's see from the founding partners, and let's hear from Marcela what this tree is about. It's a tree of hope that she made for us. Marcela, please.
Thank you, Antonia, and thank you, everybody. Thank you especially to Mission Earth First for putting your trust in me with this commissioned work. This is the tree of hope, as you say, Antonia, and when I heard about your mission and your ideas, a tree sounded like a good analogy. As it goes first, turns its roots to gather its energy to grow upwards. So just like you're turning your eyes and your energy into the ground first. So this tree, also using the analogy of the tree as a human companion throughout, I guess, the first day we put our feet on Earth, trees have been our source of fire, of shelter, of fruit, food, medicine, and last but not least, also inspiration. They've been the life givers, the sources, keepers of knowledge and wisdom, and this sounded to me like a good analogy. The tree is in a box, as you can see. The box represents our limited frames of mind, our limited knowledge, and the tree is inviting us to grow beyond the obvious, beyond our own limitations, just as you with your project are inviting everybody to do so too. So the tree will now receive, it's a living sculpture. It's going to receive its foliage, which is bringing the light into the ground. And this light will be created through the foliage that each participant, project, and partner will add onto the tree. So with that, I hand you over the Tree of Hope for your project.
Wow, Marcela, that's so moving. We are so pleased to receive this work of art. And I think the Hagerbach Gallery of the founding partners is the lucky one who will be able to keep it here in the Inspiration Arena, by the way, which you should really visit later on today, which is also launching today. And now Marcela has prepared a leaf for each founding partner to hang up on the tree, on this tree that will be a living tree and that will be growing with further contributors and collaborators. So first of all, Michael, please hang up your tree, your leaf on the tree. Find your special spot. VSH, Hagerbach Test Gallery. On the roots. Is that allowed? A leaf on the roots?
Of course. Okay. You need to think beyond the obvious.
I see.
There you go.
Okay. See, below the surface, we can even grow leaves on the roots.
Exactly.
Then we have Rudy hanging up his leaf for the Hus Institute. By the way, these leaves are made to glow in the dark, because in underground space, we don't always receive natural light, obviously, and we want these to be visible always. And then Klaus from SCAUT, please hang up your special leaf.
Good.
Very nice. A very good distribution, and I'm hanging it up symbolically for ITACUS, the ITA Committee of Underground Space. Also on behalf of my co-chair, Han Admiral, who cannot be here today, unfortunately. Here goes our leaf, and I will hang it up even tighter afterwards. Very nice. Thank you so much. That is amazing. And now I want to hear from each founding partner briefly what it means to you. Why are you a part of Mission Earth First? What does it mean? Michael first, please.
Antonia, yes, we are extremely excited about underground. Of course, we have our test gallery here, and we believe that with the environment that we have here, we can give a strong contribution to a more sustainable development of this world, to contribute with this. And I think Mission Earth First brings it exactly to the point. And for this, we are excited to contribute.
Thank you very much. Rudy from the Hus Institute.
Yeah, big missions brings big ideas, and business will follow. But first of all, let's reimagine and let's redo, and everything starts with an idea, and that's what we do here. I think we will go far beyond imagination, and today is the starting point. We're really happy to be part of it. Thank you.
Great. Klaus from SCAUT.
We are thrilled to be part of Mission Earth First, because, and so is the slogan of one of our projects, we truly believe that underground space offers new perspectives. So below ground means new perspectives.
I think so too, and I'm on behalf of ITACUS want to say the next level up is down. That's our mission statement, and that's why we're part of Mission Earth First, to bring life into underground spaces. So I want to now thank the founding partners and Marcela Ruppli to have joined us up on stage. And I would like to bring up the next video, please, with words of support. Thanks to the founding partners. Thank you. With words of support from Rowan Palmer of the United Nations Environmental Program and Jenny Yan from the ITA, International Tunnel and Underground Space Association, who very much believe in this mission as well and who are big fans of the Hagerbach Test Gallery. Please hear the words of support.
My name is Rowan Palmer, and I work at the United Nations Environment Program in Geneva, where I lead our work on sustainable infrastructure investment. It's my great pleasure to be addressing you today, and I regret that I'm not able to join you in person, but I'd like to thank the Mission Earth First initiative for their understanding and for giving me the opportunity to address you via video. At UNEP, we're focused on helping countries find solutions to the three crises of climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution. To do this, we need to radically rethink the way our economies work, the way we produce and consume products and services, and how we finance and pay for it all. This is clearly an enormous challenge, and infrastructure sits at the heart of it. We know that trillions of dollars will need to be invested in all kinds of infrastructure over the next 3 decades to meet the growing demands for services, most of it in the developing world. In this context, UNEP and its partners are working together to support countries in taking needs-based, integrated approaches to planning and delivering sustainable infrastructure. Using service needs as a starting point forces us to take a broad conception of what infrastructure is and recognize, for example, that nature is one of our most important infrastructure systems. This also means thinking about all the potential ways to meet infrastructure service needs. It means thinking beyond individual projects and thinking about how integrated planning and service delivery can lead to outcomes that are not just more efficient and cost-effective, but are also better for the climate, better for nature, and better for people. At the heart of both UNEP and Mission Earth First is the belief that we need to put Earth first. We also share the understanding that we need to start thinking and doing things differently than we have been. And in this respect, we have a common spirit of innovation and of thinking outside the box. I think Mission Earth has a lot to contribute to the sustainable infrastructure conversation, and in particular, how we might be able to use decommissioned underground spaces to our advantage in delivering different kinds of infrastructure services. This is something we'd like to explore more in the future, and we look forward to ongoing engagement with Mission Earth First. Thank you very much.
I'm Jin Xiuyan, the ITA president. It's my pleasure to share some thoughts on this exciting Mission Earth First initiative. We all know that big cities are now facing great challenges from land shortage, pollution, flooding, and traffic congestion, etc. As practitioners in tunneling an underground space, we are very proud that our solutions deal with these challenges in an environmentally friendly and sustainable manner. For example, some cities with a long and cold winter purposely built underground cities provides a better living environment with less emission. As technology evolves, even though it's still a long way to go, human beings may possibly live on other planets in the future. And I'm very happy to see this Mission Earth First to be a part of a great blueprint on finding future habitation of humankind. Thank you.
Thanks so much to Rowan Palmer and Jenny Yan from the UN and from the ITA for these words of endorsement. They have both been in the Hagerbach Test Gallery, and Jenny Yan especially has been very supportive of both the ITA Committee on Underground Space, but also the Hagerbach Test Gallery and our initiative to launch Mission Earth First. So thanks, and too bad you can't be here in person, Rowan and Jenny. So we have heard from the co-founders. Briefly, we have unveiled this piece of art made by Marcela Ruppli from Cressentia Atelier in Zurich. And we have each attached are leaves, and this is a living tree. So more of you are invited to join Mission Earth First. Please check out our landing page, and also we have a virtual booth. And I particularly want to invite you to join us this afternoon, where in a cave-like space, in number 13 on your maps, if you're here physically, at 3:30 p.m., we have students from the Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich, or ETH, join me and Rudy Hilti in a session where we're exploring underground spaces and how we can actually survive in self-sustaining communities underground. The students have thought of concepts, how to prepare for future missions to other planets. And with that, I want to really thank all our collaborators, but especially our founding partners. And I want to also invite all of you to speak to us, to speak to Michael Kompatscher about this initiative, to Rudy Hilti from the Hus Institute. Rudy Hilti has also a session going on today at 11 a.m., I believe. And we have Klaus Wachter, who is very active here in the Hagerbach Test Gallery with SCAUT, and who has a big announcement. Just after this program, there will be a session by SCAUT, hosted here on main stage. And we have Marcela Ruppli here joining us all day as well. So with that in mind, please let's have our outro video and a roaring applause to all co-founding partners.